The Flatter Stomach Video Guide, Mindset. I think you'll agree with me that this is arguably the most important aspect of achieving a flatter stomach, of achieving a fitter body, of achieving a healthier lifestyle. If your head's not in the right place when you start off on a weight loss program or something like trying to achieve a flatter stomach, if your head's not in the right place, I think you'll agree with me that the chances of you succeeding are pretty much zero. Because losing weight, becoming fitter, achieving a healthier lifestyle is so much more than just being intellectually aware of what you need to do. There are lots of people out there that know exactly what to do. Just about every single client that's come to see us in the past, and I'm sure will come to see us in the future, they already know about diet. They already know about exercise. You know, they've got a basic understanding of this stuff. They understand about some of the they've got to be motivated and positive and upbeat about things, and they kind of understand what some of the basic principles are. But really they're in an intellectual state, and in order to achieve success when it comes to achieving a flatter stomach, a healthier lifestyle, you've got to somehow dig a little bit deeper, and you've got to find some emotional fuel to help move you forwards. And I'm going to be talking about that in a little bit of detail today. But the first thing I want to mention is two different mindsets that people often find themselves in. One of them is short-lived, the other one is more long-lasting, and the second one I'll mention is the one that you really need to sort of grab a hold of and develop. So the first type of mindset is mood change. Mood change, you may be in the company of somebody that's speaking in a really sort of motivational way, and they get you all fired up, and you decide, yep, I'm going to make this happen, and you get out in the blocks, and you start the eating program or the gymnasium, and you're really fired up for it. But within a space of a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, you find that your energy levels, your motivation has dipped off because you've been taken out of that mood state. And it can last as long as that for some people. For some people, they start Monday morning and it's over by Monday lunchtime. So that's what I call mood state, mood change, and that's very, very, that's very up and down. It's not that stable mood state when it comes to achieving something like a flatter stomach and a healthier lifestyle. The second type of mindset we have is one which is based upon behavior change. It's understanding that it's not just about your moods and you do things when you feel like it. It's about developing behaviors which you'll do almost irrespective of what's going on around you. I'm sure you've been in a position where you've woken up one morning and maybe you don't feel like going to work, but you still go into work because you know it's the thing that you need to do, although maybe you don't want to be going to work. But you've got a behavior which is so well ingrained in your psyche that you'll get up and you'll go to work. Well, it's those sorts of behaviors that you need to be developing when it comes to achieving a flatter stomach. And if you can start developing those sorts of behaviors, then what you'll find is not only will you lose the weight, you'll be able to keep the weight off long term as well. You'll be able to keep the flatter stomach long term as well. So the first thing you need to do, in my opinion, is not get all fired up and pumped up about achieving a flatter stomach in the next 6 weeks. The first thing I think you need to do is you must decide that it's about making a lifestyle change. And when you make that decision that you're going to make a lifestyle change, you're almost guaranteeing yourself long-term success. It may not come as quickly as somebody that goes on a radical 6 or 12-week program, hardcore boot camp where everything's being force-fed to them and they're being made to do certain things or being made to feel they have to do certain things. You may not achieve the success as quickly as somebody as that, but believe you me, when you develop good habits, good new behaviors, you'll find that your success is far lasting and will last for a very, very long time. I say I've been in this business now for over 25 years, and I've got friends who, when I was in my 20s, they were fit and healthy. Now they're in their late 40s, 50s, early 60s, and they're exactly the same. Okay, we all get a bit older, we all get a bit grey, we all get a few wrinkles. It happens to us all. But fundamentally, they're still pretty fit, healthy people. Why? Because they made a decision on some level that their lifestyles were going to be based around health and well-being, about being active, eating well. Now, that's not to say that these people don't drink, wine, that they don't eat chocolate, ice cream, and all those sort of things. Crumbs. I eat all of those things. Sometimes me and my son will have a boys' night in where we'll go out and have not go out, but we'll buy in pizza and Kentucky Fried Chicken and some Coca-Cola or whatever. So, I'll do those things, but fundamentally, I made a decision a long, long time ago that my lifestyle will be based around healthy habits. So, please don't think for 1 second what I'm saying here is you can never have a glass of wine again, a piece of cheese or anything like that. You can. It's just that more often than not, if you make a decision to have a lifestyle change, you will do the right things more often than not. So I just thought I'd make that point about the decision. It's important that you do that. Now, getting started on this initial program, because I say this is accompanied by a 6-week exercise plan, which you'll be able to download as well. Getting started on this flatter stomach, healthier lifestyle journey, you're going to require some fuel. You're going to require some emotional fuel. Trying to do this just intellectually is not going to work for you. I said earlier, lots of people that we work with already know what to do intellectually, but that doesn't cut the mustard. When you are faced with that glass of wine or that bar of chocolate, you can happily sit there and tell yourself you shouldn't be eating it, but that doesn't always stop you. You need something of emotional value that's equal to the sensation and the desire to want to eat the chocolate. You need something of equal value and greater value than wanting to eat the chocolate or drink the wine. And when you can achieve that, when you can find that thing, you'll find that it will seem as if you've actually gone off of wine or chocolate. And listening to this, you may think, Eric, hang on now. I've listened to you so far and you've sounded quite reasonable and plausible, but now you're saying to me I may not want to drink wine again or I may not want to eat chocolate again. Hold on a second. Well, I can tell you that has happened to so many people I've worked with, not because I've brainwashed them, not because I've told them not to like chocolate, just that they've built up such a desire to achieve certain things that the decisions they make are made on a subconscious level. So they're almost on an automatic pilot. So the type of goals that you can generate for yourself really fall into 3 categories. You first of all got vanity goals. So it may be how you want to look in a bikini or a swim costume or swimming trunks or a dress for going to maybe a summer party, a Christmas party, or a special event. Vanity goals can be very, very powerful in getting you to move forwards. Maybe going to a wedding or something like that. So vanity goals, very, very powerful for getting you going. The other 2 areas you can get your goals from are hobbies. Maybe you're a sportsman, maybe you like walking, something like that, and you feel as if being healthier and fitter will enable you to either take up a new activity or continue the one that you're currently doing and you enjoy. And then you have health reasons. You just want longevity. You want to minimize the risk of ailment. But I've got to say, out of the 3 of them, the one that tends to be the biggest driver to begin with is vanity. So my advice to you is get out a pad and write down a goal linked to vanity, and it may be you in a particular dress or a suit, and make it as vivid as you can. Where are you when you're wearing this particular outfit? Who's there? What are people saying? Is there any particular music playing? Is there a particular smell? How do you feel with this new body of yours? How are you moving? How are you standing? How are you speaking? And really make this goal as visual as you possibly can, and then review it on a regular basis. The more you can review it, the better. Certainly once a week, more if possible. When we work with clients, we'll have them review their goals several times a day just to keep them on track. It's really important that you do that. So hopefully this short presentation on really the mindset has given you an insight into the power of goals and having a good emotional goal that will act as fuel to actually get you started on what can be a potentially tough thing to achieve, but will actually get you started moving towards achieving your goal. Okay, in the next presentation we're going to speak about nutrition, and at the bottom there it says your flatter stomach will be made in the kitchen, and never a truer word has been spoken. So I look forward to speaking to you about nutrition in a few moments.